Good morning and welcome to ProdataKey's live event today, where we're going to talk about the all-new ProdataKey Rhombus integration. Whenever you can combine two amazing technologies in the cloud, you really change the game when it comes to a security infrastructure. Many of you experience that every day when you're working within your organization. And so we're giving you another new tool that includes video analytics and makes access control and VMS platform even stronger. My name is Jeff Perry. I'm the president and COO of ProdataKey, and this is Dallin Labrum, our director of sales.
It's great to be with you guys today. We are so excited about this integration, and there's a whole bunch of reasons, and we're only going to be able to cover a few of those today. But one of them is sharing a video integration with another cloud-based solution. That's very exciting for us because what this does is it opens up the implementation and it speeds up the installation for our dealer partners so that they can do more products in less time and have a more successful company while protecting life and property of their customers. So it's a really exciting value proposition when you're offering a full cloud-based solution from cameras all the way to access control.
You're now eliminating a good portion of that hardware that's held on site. And again, because the two platforms are communicating through the cloud, it becomes a much more seamless experience. And the integration setup is much easier as well.
Yeah, and it's much more attractive to customers and end users as they realize the additional cost of having expensive hardware that they have to implement to be able to store data on-prem. All markets are moving to cloud-based extremely quickly, and we're really grateful for that. We're grateful for the foresight of our leadership taking us down the road of cloud-based, and we're grateful for this integration that we have with a cloud-based VMS. So as we move forward, the first thing we want to do is start with a video clip that kind of talks about Rhombus, just in case some of our dealer base are not familiar with them, and shows all of the value propositions and capabilities of the Rhombus system.
In this video, I'm going to give you a quick intro on the Rhombus Systems IoT platform built specifically for business and enterprise. Rhombus is the only cloud-based platform that provides industry-leading video security with integrated IoT sensors to enable you to efficiently manage your physical security from one console. With Rhombus, the only piece of hardware required is the camera, which can be set up in 5 minutes and work in any indoor or outdoor environment. When you first log in, you'll be presented with the dashboard. This dashboard provides you with an overall view of the system status, alerts, notifications, and in-depth analytics. Rhombus uses advanced machine learning algorithms to learn your environment and provide more insights by unlocking the information from your video. In the dashboard, you'll see a list of recent people that the system has identified, people counting analytics, vehicle counts, bandwidth consumption, and alert trends. One of the features that people love most about Rhombus is just how scalable it is. No matter how many locations or cameras you need, everything is centrally managed from one console. No more setting up separate systems, driving to different locations, poking holes in firewalls, or compromising your video security system. Rhombus allows for the most reliable cloud video security experience that's incredibly simple to deploy and manage. If you click onto a location, you can see all of your Rhombus cameras and other pieces of relevant information. Now, let's go into a particular camera. When you're streaming a camera on your local area network, zero bandwidth is consumed. Thanks to our engineering team, Rhombus consumes the lowest bandwidth compared to any other cloud system in the market to ensure efficiency when using our system. All video is stored locally on the camera for up to 90 days with 30 days of cloud storage as standard. One thing that you might notice are these tick marks. Rhombus takes care of indexing all video for motion, human activity, vehicles, and even particular people. These tick marks allow you to find specific events and even filter some out so that you can focus on the events that matter most to you. No more manually rewinding or fast-forwarding through hours of footage to find what you're looking for. Rhombus makes reviewing footage incredibly easy. Once you've found what you're looking for, to save a clip, all you have to do is zoom in, highlight the scene, and then hit save. With Rhombus, we give you the ability to save and share an unlimited amount of video clips straight to the cloud at no cost. Once your video is saved, it will go into the saved video section where you can easily share the video via URL, email, or even text. The recipient doesn't need access to the console and can view the clip from a browser or mobile device. For companies that want a traditional control room experience or want the ability to put multiple camera feeds onto one screen, Rhombus also offers intuitive video walls. You can have an unlimited number of cameras on a video wall and have them automatically rotate whenever the cameras detect motion. Now, let's say you have an incident at one of your locations and need to view multiple cameras simultaneously. With our investigation features, you can do just that. You can watch up to 12 cameras at once and click through the indexed events just like you can on an individual camera. In this example, we see someone taking a backpack. And just like we did on an individual camera, we can save a clip of all these video feeds and share it out. It doesn't stop there though. Another powerful tool within investigations is license plate search and people search. Rhombus allows you to conduct in-depth investigations in minutes rather than hours to deliver unrivaled visibility into your space. Some of the newest additions to the Rhombus platform are asset tags, door sensors, and environmental sensors. These battery-operated sensors have a low profile and seamlessly work with our cameras. To see how they all work together, we'll look at a situation where a freezer door has been opened. In this demo, you'll see the video playing of someone opening the freezer door, the sensor status changing, and the corresponding video to go with it. Furthermore, we can see the temperature and humidity of that sensor at that point in time. You can also track valuable assets. Say you're a school and need to know where a particular projector is. Simply attach one of our asset tags and you can see where it is, or even get an alert if it leaves campus. Rhombus moves beyond just basic video security. We also offer third-party integrations with your favorite enterprise tools to provide even more value to your organization. We have integrations with modern access control systems, notification tools, online storage options, and so much more. These integrations seamlessly work together and can be enabled in seconds with no complex setup required. We hope you enjoyed this brief intro on the Rhombus Systems platform. There's so much more to the system, but we hope this quick demo gave you a glimpse of what the platform is capable of and demonstrated why modern organizations trust Rhombus. If you'd like to learn more and see how Rhombus can improve your security, please reach out to sales@rhombussystems.com.
Welcome back. As you can see, this camera integration is extremely intelligent and super easy to use. You know, most VMS integrations, one of the things that we hear time and time again, no matter how easy it's been made, dealers, integrators, they want it to be easier. And I believe Rhombus has solved this problem. With just 5 clicks after installing your Rhombus cameras and PDK solution, you can have a complete VMS integration with your access control.
Yeah, it really makes it seamless. And when we do surveys with our integrators, ease of use is always top when it comes to features.
Yeah, it's not even close. It's the most important benefit to your end users, ease of use. If you can offer them a solution that is simple for them to use, easy for them to catch on, and makes them look good to not only their superiors, but their employees, that's what people want. People want to be able to easily navigate through their access control. They want to be able to easily add people. They want to be able to easily navigate between the VMS and the UI for the access control. And so with this integration with ProdataKey and Rhombus, we have the easiest to use cloud-based mobile-first access control paired with the easiest to use cloud-based VMS solution. It's a really exciting integration. Let's talk a little bit about some of the things that you can do with the Rhombus interface. So I've been playing around with this quite a bit just because A, it's so fun to use. We get the feedback when we're doing demos, not only to our dealer base, but when we do demos for our dealers to their customers, the feedback we get within 5 minutes almost unanimously is, this is familiar. I can navigate this already. We show them 1 or 2 things in the PDK user interface, and they're like, okay, I get it. I can navigate this now because of how easy it is to use. I get that same feel when I'm using the Rhombus UI as well, Jeff, is that once I mess around with it and was shown just a little bit of how to use it, I could navigate through every single aspect of their homepage, of their interface, even doing deep dive stuff like searching for events. And so they have some really cool features that just come with the system. One of them is being able to decipher human movement versus any other movement, and it is extremely smart.
Well, and we just set up a system here in the ProdataKey office of which we can use for demos. So if you don't have access to a Rhombus system, you can contact one of our individuals here and we can help you with that. But Dallon's talking about a couple of these features that are fairly unique in identifying individuals. So as we come into some of our demo system here and present a card, it's actually identifying who it is that's utilizing that platform.
Yeah, and it associates your face with the card. That's the cool thing about Rhombus is an intelligent VMS. This is not just a computer program setup, it's learning as it goes. And so if somebody finds a card in the parking lot and attempts to access a door, it will notify you real time that the wrong person is using the wrong credential. And imagine the implications of keeping your employees safe and your property safe when you can know this real time. And that's one of the things that PDK is famous for, is real-time notifications. So coupled with Rhombus real-time notifications, you have a really complete real-time camera and access control solution to help you keep your life and your property safe. Another thing I would like to talk about with it that's really cool is how it can identify, we talked about human movement versus other movement, and we talked about how it can identify known faces against unknown faces. Well, the cool thing is, even if they're not using a credential, even if they just enter your lobby, the Rhombus system can notify you of an unidentified face that has just entered your office. And so as we move forward, and you know, life is definitely getting better for a lot of people, but we still need to be careful. We still need to keep ourselves safe. We still need to be made aware. And these improvements that Rhombus has made in the VMS, cloud-based VMS area, just make it easier for you to sell the product. It makes it easier for your end users to monitor and keep, again, we talk about keeping their life and property safe. That's what we're all doing. Everyone who's watching this video right now, our main goal is to protect life and property and make it as easy as possible.
Well, and when you're using access control, many of us understand that you're going to be putting auto opens on specific doors throughout the day. And so having another layer of security is so important. So if you've got an auto open on the front door, an individual comes in that might not be recognized, again, Rhombus can then be that second layer deep of security, identify that individual and send notifications where needed. So you get really the best of both worlds. You get the security and the convenience at the same time. And we know layers of security are drastically important and becoming more and more important when you look at intrusion, access control, and video surveillance, and to have these platforms start to work together. We've always said that one of the main benefits behind ProdataKey is that we're not the master of everything. We are the master of access control. And as Dallon noted, at making access easy to use and one of the most paramount platforms in the industry today. And we believe that Rhombus has done the same thing on the video surveillance side. And so they are the masters of what they do. We combine those two platforms that really make an access control and video analytics platform very seamless. And it makes it not only seamless, but it makes it more secure and easy to use.
Yeah, so nearing the end of this video, we just want to let you know, Rhombus and PDK got together. We decided we're not going to be charging for this integration. So that's a cool thing. You know, as we go out there, as we make the products that are really good, both of us have enough confidence in the value of our product. We feel like we can put it out there. We want to add the most value to our dealers that we possibly can and to our integrators, so that when you go onto a project, you feel confident that you can maintain your business, that you can grow your business, and that you can maintain your customer base and retain them. And
can I say one thing? You know, one thing that's impressed me about Rhombus is when we started talking about putting this partnership together, they were all in from the beginning. When we started talking about the two platforms and some of the synergies between the two, they just jumped right on it. We actually had, we're releasing the integration today. It's available today. And there were a couple of changes that needed to be made. We made a call and sent an email, and immediately those changes took place, a couple of final adjustments, and they did that immediately. So we're just really excited about somebody that's very approachable, a wonderful partner, and somebody that reacts very, very quickly. And we feel that partners very well with our philosophy behind ProdataKey and what we strive to do.
Yep. So in closing, you know, if you want a Rhombus integration, you could go to their website. They have all their sales information there. Their sales is extremely responsive. And I've met a few of their salespeople, and I can tell you they're knowledgeable, they want you to succeed, and they want to be they want to dominate the market. They want to get out there and they want to take over. And so you'll find that sort of positive aggressiveness from Rhombus, that they're competitive. They have an amazing product, and their salespeople will help you close deals. They are highly skilled, highly knowledgeable, just like our sales team here at ProdataKey. We want to help you close deals. We want to help you succeed. We want to help your business grow. And Rhombus is just as dedicated to that.
And again, we're not charging for this. We're not paid to do these live events. It's something that we're passionate about with these partners that we have. So what we want to do now is just open it up to a Q&A and see what questions you have about the PDK Rhombus integration, and see what we can help answer for you here.
All right, Jeff. So the first question is, okay, let's see here. So how do we order the product? Is it through distribution or is it direct?
This, I actually don't know on the Rhombus. I think you do.
So Rhombus is working on, we've talked to them a little bit about this and their go-to market strategy. As for right now, you can buy your cameras directly from Rhombus. But moving forward, there may be some changes. We don't know exactly, but for right now, the way that you get your cameras will be directly through Rhombus. So you'll reach out to the sales team, you'll do your POs and stuff through them.
Another question is, how do I enable the integration? It showed a little bit in the video on how you enable integrations. Again, it's less than 5 clicks. You're merely going to go to the integration section under the settings. You're going to see ProdataKey in there. You're going to enable that. With other types of integrations, there are a lot of things that need to be installed. But again, because this is a cloud-to-cloud integration, within 5 clicks of just going in there, selecting PDK, enabling the integration, you'll be immediately up and running, and then you'll be able to make adjustments to that integration where needed.
Yeah, having a fully functioning integration took us about 30 seconds our very first time. You basically just need a little bit of information from the cloud node, and you basically cut and paste that into the cloud node ID segment on Rhombus. And once you accept that, you get to select the types of features that you want to offer your customers. So that's really cool. If your customers have no need for some of these features, you can leave them unclicked. You also have the opportunity, to offer a more valuable solution to them, which gives you the opportunity, if you need to upcharge for some of these features. One of the things that ProdataKey does, because we are a partner-centric organization, we do not control how you do business. We don't try to control how you price things. We don't control how you charge for features or anything like that. We try to keep that open so that you can be as nimble as you possibly can and have more business, close more deals.
We want you to own the customer, really,
exactly.
At the end of the day.
Yeah, let's talk a little bit about owning the customer. We've been dealing with this a lot lately, and one of the most important things to ProdataKey when you're working with us is that we protect you, the dealer integrator. We make sure that no one's undercutting you. We make sure that no one is taking over your systems without your permission and without you being able to benefit from that. So as we move forward with these cloud-based integrations, we want you to make sure that you understand that PDK has your back, and so does Rhombus. And so, let's close this up. We don't have any more questions on here. We answered, how do you start the integration? Oh, one person asked, will video clips be available in PDK? As for right now, no. This is phase 1 of the integration. That being said, it is extremely easy to go back and forth between Rhombus and PDK. You will have shared events, but one thing I do know about Rhombus is that as they see integrations grow, they are more than happy to expand those. So if you have a need for a feature, reach out to ProdataKey. Just like we're very nimble with feature offerings, we have dealers ask us for new features all the time and we accommodate them. Rhombus is like that too. They're very smart. They have a great programming team. Obviously, they were able to overnight make some pretty intense corrections to the integration, make it more smooth. So we're working together with some pretty smart people on our back end to make sure that we can offer you all the features that you need for your access control and for your VMS.
Yeah, you always find that when we do these releases that we release it in phases. I would say phase 1 of this integration into Rhombus is probably one of the deepest integrations that we've experienced in a phase 1 release, but there could other features like video sharing between platforms that could be available in the future. So look out for that. We try to make sure that we communicate those types of things as clearly as possible. But again, great opportunity.
You're going to be able to have, right off the bat, you're going to be able to save video clips on every card scan at the readers. You're going to be able to have the Rhombus interface start to recognize your customers' faces and associate them with credentials. So these are some really cool things that I'm not sure, at least I haven't heard very many other VMS platforms offering at the time. So this is a really cool thing. It's really in demand from end users. End users have been asking for this for a long time, and Rhombus reacted to it. So it's pretty exciting that they have this, and that's probably why they're having so much success.
There's another question. What about multiple locations?
Yeah, so Rhombus is, just like us, you can use them on multiple locations. You can manage it together. Right now, PDK, when you're on the same network, you can easily simply just use one cloud node to manage multiple locations and manage user databases. We also have pretty exciting integrations coming out with Azure Active Directory. That's going to be coming out soon, as well as a really intensive multi-site ability with ProdataKey moving forward. So there's some really cool multiple location opportunities. I know that right now Rhombus is able to do that. And so is PDK. So reach out to your regional sales manager with PDK or your Rhombus sales rep, and we can kind of go over with you what the need, what the use application is for your locations, and we can find you the absolute best solution for that.
Yeah, there's another question here. Will the Rhombus PDK solution be compliant with CMMC and NIST? I actually am not quite sure what those acronyms are.
Yeah, I don't know either, but we can definitely find out. Like we said, PDK, we're pretty heavily ingrained into the cloud-based mobile-first access control.
Reach out to us.
Yeah, we leave the camera professional stuff up to the camera professionals. That makes sense to me. How long has Rhombus been around? That's actually a good question. I know a lot of our dealer partners already use Rhombus. That's one of the reasons why we did this integration, is because we have a pretty heavy database of people who use Rhombus. So I don't know exactly when they were established, but I do know that they've been around for a long time. They have some pretty solid backing, and I imagine they'll be around for forever. Is there a licensing fee? There's no fee for the integration. I do know that the way that Rhombus charges is very forward-thinking, and a lot of end users really like it. It really just depends on the application, right? Depends on how many cameras you have. It depends on how much storage you're going to want on the cameras themselves. So there's a whole bunch of different features and options with Rhombus. So whether there's a licensing fee,
yeah, it really depends on those types of factors. So the best thing is to reach out to Rhombus. Yeah. Maybe give them a scenario of the amount of cameras and amount of storage that you'll need, because again, this is a cloud-based VMS platform, so they'll be able to guide you through what that looks like.
Here's a question: if you're using the storage integration, will it still work with Rhombus? So I know the Store Edge software may not work with Rhombus, but the ProdataKey side will. So that's going to be between you and your storage partner. So reach out to them, and PDK can get involved, and we can find, again, we're willing to find the best solution for you that we can possibly find.
Looks like somebody answered the question, 4 years that Rhombus has been around.
Okay.
So
About
thank
4
you.
years.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, thank you. And one thing I want you to consider, I get the question a lot, how long has PDK been around? How long has our partners been around? Keep in mind that a lot of the access control, like the legacy access control systems that have been around for a long time, it's good. They've been around for a long time, but as you've watched them try to struggle to move into the cloud-based access control arena, you've noticed it's not quite as easy as people think it is. And when you try to take an existing on-prem system and Frankenstein mold it into a cloud-based system, what you end up getting is kind of a feature-restricted pseudo cloud offering. And so, while maybe Rhombus has been around for 4 years, keep in mind that they, just like ProdataKey, was built, created, and intended to be a cloud-based VMS solution. So they didn't start as an on-prem system and move to cloud. They were intended from the very beginning and built to be a cloud-based solution. So as they move forward, they're not going to have the same restrictions as people who are trying to morph into that. Just like PDK was built from the ground up to be a mobile-first cloud-based access control solution.
Really, at the end of the day, I think we all hear this, and we've seen it through generations of security products, that there's a lot of noise in the industry. I think it was C.S. Lewis that says, "Where is the truth that's lost in information?" There's a lot of information out there. So as you look at different solutions, always look at what their feature and functionality is. And like Dallin is talking about, there are many solutions out there, and some of them have 60, 70, 80% mobile functionality, and may not be truly mobile first or cloud capable. So just as you're looking around and looking at all your different solutions, look at that. And Rhombus, in our opinion, really identifies as a cloud-based solution, and we would identify them as that as well. Full, mobile first cloud solution that's very functional.
We do have one more question here. If a picture is uploaded to PDK, will PDK tell Rhombus the name of the face? So you will have to manage the names within Rhombus at this point right now. So it'll associate the credentials with a face, and then if the incorrect face is used with the credential, it'll notify you. If you want to associate a name to the face, you'll need to do that through Rhombus at this point. I do believe shared database will be something that will be coming in the very, very near future.
Yeah, you see this cursor on my face? It almost looks like a little fly. Sorry. Anyway, I know we're live, but we really appreciate y'all jumping on with us today. If you have any questions, please reach out to us at ProdataKey.com. Our phone number is on our website, contact information, very easy to get to. You're always going to get a live person. Many of you guys are very familiar with our support. We're ready to support you with the ProdataKey Rhombus integration, but you can also reach out to Rhombus at any time as well. Yeah. So if you have any questions, reach out, happy to help.
And we'll have additional features on our knowledge base that will allow you to go through and kind of see step by step how the Rhombus integration is set up. Again, please reach out to our RSM team, our regional sales manager team, and Rhombus's sales team. Our goal is to help you build your business. We are a partner-centric organization. Our partners are our foundation. They're completely necessary for us to move forward. And I think that's one of the reasons why we're experiencing the tremendous growth that we are, is because our dealer base can feel that we truly care about them and they are the most important thing to us. So we want to thank you. We're grateful to you guys. We're grateful to Rhombus for the integration, and we're really excited moving forward. I think this is going to be a huge boost to both of us as we move forward into the future of cloud-based VMS and access control.
Have a wonderful day. Thank you.
Thank you.